Hi, my name is Russell Avery, and I'm the president of the Glappy Foundation. The Glappy Foundation is a registered foundation in the United States, a 501(c), and the mission of this organization is to empower the African dream. Empower the African dream. First of all, what is the African dream? For us, we believe that the African dream, like the American dream, of course, Africans dream, right? We believe that people in Africa should be able to lift themselves from poverty. People on the continent in Africa, they should be able to find solutions to their own problems. People on the continent should be able to live their best selves, their highest selves. They should be able to do so. To accomplish this, they need to be empowered. They need tools. They need education. And that is why the Glappy Foundation exists. The Glappy Foundation is rooted in the word glappy or glappiness. Glappy is a portmanteau of two words, happy and glad, coming together. Glappy. And you could find it in a dictionary as well. It simply means beyond gladness. It's a combination of glad and happy, but it is beyond that. It is a combination of both. And we believe that people can attain glappiness when they achieve the African dream. By achieving the African dream, you get to glappiness. How are we doing that today? We're doing that through training and education. On the continent, as an example, we have presence in Nigeria and in Cameroon. We have over 150 laptops in both countries, and we are training kids how to code. We have an initiative we call African Kids Can Code, where we've trained over 500 children in different parts of Cameroon. These kids now understand the fundamentals of coding, robotics, and AI. And we are doing more. We are gearing up basically to set up what we call our problem space centers. These are centers where these kids would go in to interact with robotics, Arduino. These are open source electronic components. Robots, build robots, interface with the robot. For the first time, these kids will be doing that, stimulating their creativity, stimulating their curiosity. We believe that we want to create a level playing platform, a level playing field where kids in Africa would have similar education to kids in the United States, so that in 10 or 20 years from now, they can also give back and contribute towards the development of the continent. We are doing this for the next generation. We understand that maybe this generation, the kids might not have enough time to be able to leverage what they are learning in this period within this time frame. But given time, 10 years, 15 years from now, when we've stimulated their curiosity, giving them the training, the skills, maybe a few of them would develop and hone these skills even further and become the next Elon Musk or the next Bill Gates or the next Mark Zuckerberg from the African continent. But we believe, think about it, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Steve Jobs, these individuals had access to computers at a very early age. And that's not just the point. Having access is one thing. When you give this access to technology at a very young age, you stimulate curiosity, lifelong learning. And that does wonders in these children. It does wonders. And who knows, with the population of the African continent that is nearing 1.5 billion people today, if we should open the access and the doors open the minds of billions of people, you can imagine what would happen. And that's what we are focused on. We are doing it where it's like we're reaching out into the distance, taking a gamble on, taking a chance on these children, equipping them with the skills to build the next evolution of the continent, to build solutions for the continent. The African Kids Can Code program is one that the kids are finding very interesting. There are pictures, on our website. There are pictures on our LinkedIn page of these children really getting their hands on, Scratch, on Python programming, excited building these applications, building games. Our goal is to be able to take them a step further after they've been able to get a hang of these games and these applications, to say, what can you do to solve some of the problems you are seeing within your community, within your locality? And that's where we are going with this. And so we are really very intentional as within the GLAPI Foundation to build these capabilities within the African continent. It's a very exciting journey. We've been on this journey since 2007, and we've been evolving, working tirelessly, building curriculum, sending the equipment, sending the robots to the continent. And it's one that we are looking forward to having you support. We are not looking for money. We are looking for support. Your support can come in the form of volunteering, to support the initiative. Your support, you could volunteer as a content writer, as a trainer, as a tutor. You can even volunteer, if you are interested in even making contributions in terms of resources, by all means, do so. Use laptops.